Come follow the brick wall. It's your girl Eva K, and I'm ready to eat. Hey, who ready to eat with me? Who ready to come bread with me? Let's break bread. Come break bread with me. Let's break. Hey, it's your girl, your host Eva K, and I am here with the queen. The queen, you hear me? Would you like to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Hey y'all, it's Quinn, the one and only, your weather lady.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
channel LG/Samsung Live. Yeah, I don't know much about much, but I know. What's your girl?
How you doing today?
Lovely.
Listen, we're gonna get out our shout outs. You eating before I say the grace.
Chad, I bless the Lord.
So listen, our food came from Jackie Dreams. My shirt is like I donate plasma because y'all know I be gonna go give plasma to get that extra change. ADMA is now giving up to $1,000 this month to go donate.
I get $1,000 just get some of this blood.
Yeah, was the first time I went, which was yesterday, I got $135. And if you go the rest of October, you can make up to $1,000.
Shut up.
Yes,
for blood or plasma?
For plasma.
What they gonna stick you with a needle?
Yeah.
But that's why they lost me.
Girl, that's how you donate plasma. Anyway, give you a shout out so I can say my grace.
Yes, I got on my shirt from Keeping It Real Fit. My girl Sierra, y'all already know. We drinking our bubbles because we eating this food that ain't good for us. And my girl Stella Berry, you gotta know we drinking it in our cups. Yes. But that's where we at. Yes, I'm gonna let it pray to the Lord.
Yes, bow your head. Now we thank you for our food, Father God, we thank you. Father God, we thank you. Amen. Amen. Now listen. We got a lot to talk about, right? So I'm in this beautiful home when y'all hear the story, I've been here crying, just talking to her, getting emotional. Can you tell us, let's start from the beginning, where you from?
Sea Hills, all day, every day. College Hills raised, yes. But you better know.
So you from the city, you from Knoxville.
Knoxville.
So let's talk about your foundation. Can you give us the name of your foundation and how you started it?
Yes, it's the McKinley Simone Foster Hope Foundation. I was a foster parent for like 2.5 years, and I really had a problem with what was going on in the system. Like with how they take the kids, how the kids be bounced from house to house, and how they don't advocate for the kids like I feel they should. Because my whole issue is, if you take a kid from their mama, you say you're going to do better than the mama. Obviously. Not worse. That's my whole problem.
But the kids don't get that treatment.
They don't get that. So if you're going to take my kid from me, you better damn well give them to somebody who's going to treat my kid like I would or better. Because that's what you're saying. You're saying that you're the solution to the problem that I'm having as a parent. And you're saying you're going to do a better job until I can do it.
Right.
And it ain't what I saw happening. And I was getting enraged. And I was like, but I'm not a negative person. I'm a positive person. I'm hopeful.
Always.
So I'm hopeful. So I was like, okay, I can either be out here with a bullhorn. Is that what it's called? A bullhorn? Whatever. Because, see, my problem with the city is, you took me there. A lot of people get these bullhorns and be out here advocating, screaming, and hollering, but they ain't doing nothing else behind the scenes. But every time something happens, they show up with a bullhorn. And they got a lot to say and a lot of advice, but and a lot of, well, you should have did this, but ain't nobody came with a solution. So instead of me being a part of the problem, arguing and nagging at the state and saying, well, you wrong and you got to do this, we're going to stop all the negativity. I'm going to be a light, and I'm going to be a solution. We're going to help get these teenage girls off the street. We're going to give them a home. We're going to give them a family. We're going to give them a sisterhood. We're going to give them the support that they need, because the state of Tennessee is having a problem placing teenage girls. Yeah. It is very hard to place a teenage girl, which I understand with the backgrounds that some of them have and all of that stuff. So I get it. And another thing, women, see, if you know your man got a wandering eye, and you know your man got a history of messing with a little girl, it ain't her fault. It's not her fault. It will never be her fault. She didn't do it. It ain't her issue. It ain't hers to do. If you see your man looking at a little girl, you know you see it. Don't do that. Keep these little girls out of situations that y'all put them in. Because at the end of the day, y'all put them in the situations to mess up their mental. No little girl should walk on eggshells in a house that she's supposed to be able to call her home. Ever. And mind you, 5, 6, 7-year-olds don't have no reason to lie. Little girls don't got no reason to lie.
You better say that.
They don't have no reason to lie. They have no reason to lie.
They don't know what it is.
They don't know what it is. You can't be so caught up in a relationship or a situation that you ignoring the most important part of your life. These little girls show the signs. Oh, believe you me, they show. So, Chad, that's my style. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that to these little girls. Y'all can't blame them for the traumas that y'all put on them or the blind eyes that y'all choose to, and then tell them to shut up. That enrages me.
That it stays in the house.
So y'all get it on out. Like, put him out. What's wrong? Like, you put in, because when y'all don't do that, y'all leave them at risk to hurt somebody else's child.
Exactly.
Like, get these people off the street. It
will.
ain't that serious.
Some men prey on women, on single women with children.
You think? And you gotta protect your little boys too, apparently, because nowadays little boys getting bothered. I never would have thought I didn't know it was so bad with little boys. I didn't know, but now as they get older, they speak out too. But little boys are being touched by older women. Like,
older women and men.
Y'all sick.
But they want to call them derogatory names, and it's like, this baby wasn't like this before. Something had to happen.
Y'all woke up her sexual what?
Man.
But you know, I'm just saying, that right there will have me at the people's doors. I'm gonna lose our Christianity to come at your door for that one right there. Because these ain't these children's fault. You gotta listen to these children and get these children some help. Quit telling your kids they don't need therapy. I am a big advocate for therapy. Child.
My baby in therapy.
Love it.
You hear me?
You know, my son told me, I said, son, you wants to do therapy? He said, yeah. I said, do you need it? He's like, no, but you like it.
I mean, there's no need to keep raising emotionally incompetent people. Therapy is there. I mean, my son loves it. He do play therapy. He loves it. He's learning more about himself, about his emotions, because he's an emotional kid.
Yes.
I'm an advocate for therapy.
Me too.
I say do it. Listen,
ain't no future and none of y'all fronting.
We gotta get that on the shirt.
You better know I am. Hurt people.
Yes.
And that's another reason why I'm trying to help these children in foster care, because they hurt and they don't know no better. They real life need mentors. They need some women who can relate to them. Because you gotta think about it. Most of the social workers are women who couldn't even fathom the trauma. They're therapists. They sit back and they hear some of the stuff that they've been through, and it's like a horror story to them. But us in the hood, we can relate to a lot of these little girls and their issues.
Because we seen it.
Because we seen it. I don't care if they white, black, red, orange, green. These little girls need somebody. And we're going to be that somebody. In this community here, I'm going to do my part. And I'm doing so because I was told so, because Lord knows I'm 32. I can be doing whatever I want to do with my life and time. But the Lord, Jesus, child, everybody else was playing with COVID. Quinn was in that Bible and in that word. Yes, Lord, my friend tell you, we was in our Bible. I was in the Lord, and he said, go do it, and I got you. And it's been so rewarding, because listen, I was straight. You know what I'm saying? I was good. I had the house, I had the cars, I had the family. I was pretty good. I didn't think that there was more to it other than traveling here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel like I had found my purpose. Yeah. I didn't find my calling. And I'm telling you, even when it's going to be hard, because baby, I'm going to tell you, my friends who was there with me, who know how stressed I am, I'm going to tell you, I used to call Quisha, girl, come get her. It's been those times I had to call, hey, come and get her. Like, we got to go to war in this house. And she would be like, well, what's going on? You got to have support. Because I'm going to tell you something.
You got to have a village.
I'm going to tell you something. I will not be able to be the foster parent that I was had I not had my village. I had a village to help me take care of other people's children and responsibilities and deal with other people's children's brokenness. Not only did I get disrespected, but the people that I brought in were disrespected. Children, they've been hurt, they've been lied to, they have their guard so high up. I mean, think about it.
They probably been hungry.
Done been starved, like done been in teenage girl, your junior year in high school, you done been in 8 different high schools. You don't have no social life.
Oh man.
8 different high schools. You don't got no friends for real. Then you really don't have no clothes for real because you're going from place to place. So your clothes don't fit. No structure, no stability. So, you have your guards up. So you have those people that you can come around and you have your village that like my girls, like, some days I would have to be like, you know what, I can't do you. But guess what they had? They could call question. They would walk down the sidewalk to her house and beat her at her house. Girl, get them children. Because I couldn't. And it wasn't that I didn't want to. It was because it's a lot. I would never say that it's easy. It's rewarding. It's fulfilling. And it's truly a calling. Because people say, when they see, it's crazy that other families, I'm not going to say the other colors, but other people can do foster care and they don't think it's for the money, but when we do it,
it's always for the money.
It's for the money.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, it ain't enough money in the world to deal. They can't pay you enough for this because it is hard work. Like HEART in my Les Brown voice. Like, it has to be hard work because it's going to be nights that you crying because you just so frustrated. Like, what was I thinking? Like, good. What could you have been through to make you that evil? Like, you are broken. Like, what?
So let me ask you this. With you taking in foster children, but you have 2 bio kids.
I have 2 kids.
You have a 17-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter.
A baby. It's a little boy.
Oh, you got a little boy?
It's 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay. So you got a 2-year-old baby and a 17-year-old bio kid.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do your bio kids suffer when you bring in?
Let me tell you something about my son. My son said, Mama, no lie. Because I had to talk to him about it before I wanted to become a foster parent. Mm-hmm. And my son said, Mama, I got a room in everybody's house. I don't care to give a bed to somebody who don't got none.
Oh, wow.
If you know my son,
you raising him right.
If you had the pleasure to meet my son that I made, child, listen. If he had a problem with it, I would have waited till he was older. Mm-hmm. He genuinely did not have no problem with it. Like, my son was so supportive, and he is so supportive, and he liked being he didn't have, he was the only child for so long on both sides, his daddy's side and my side. The only grandchild. He was the only. Mm-hmm. So for him, that was joy. Like, I don't care. And he liked being a big brother. Like, he loved being a big brother. Mm-hmm. Except for when he got an older sister, my 18-year-old daughter. But her,
that you adopted through the system.
Yeah, that she mine. That's gonna be my baby for her whole life.
That is awesome.
Like, that's the one I looked at. When I looked in her eyes, when I first seen her, I looked at her eyes. I said, that's me all over. That is me at 16, 17 years old and didn't have no structure and nowhere to go, hurt, broken.
So were you a trouble teen or was you more so?
No, I was a teen mom. Remember, I had my baby. I had my son when I got pregnant at 14. I had him when I was 15. Mm-hmm. So I was a teen mom. So really, I didn't have time to be straight. Now I was.
Woo! You better say that.
So now, if you know the history. I ain't gotta go back for it, but I was, my mama was rolling stone.
You was living your best life. You was a teenager.
I was a teenager, but I was a good. I had my head on pretty straight. I took care of my business. I took care of my child. I did pretty darn good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had my issues. I had some struggles that I had to overcome. Thank the Lord for therapy. And again, when I say that, it's for the village and for other mothers that were older than my mama, who they didn't have like the older women like that was close in age to pull me to the side. They was encouraging it too. But it was them older women, like older women that was like, hey baby, like they mothers, but they was more like grandmother like type figures. Mm-hmm. And they was the ones that was like, you got a bright future. They seen something in me before I seen it.
Got you.
Them was the women who put me on the straight and narrow. They seen some, like, nothing. Girls, if a dude mama tell you to leave her son alone, he ain't there.
Leave him alone. Because mama know.
And if the woman who birthed them said, you gotta go. You gotta go. So it was people who seen things in me that I would have never seen needed. Like, this right here, never could have imagined it. Like, it came so fast. And I had so many, what do you call it? Like, speaking boards. Like, I can tell you, like, me and Quisha don't talk all the time, but she'll tell you, she was a family board. I'm calling Jazz, I'm calling Shinshin, I'm calling Sierra, I'm calling Ashley, I'm calling my friend Khadijah, I'm calling. And each one of them, each person I named had a specific purpose for what I needed. Jazz, I'm going to give it to her. I'm going to give her flowers. Jazz, she is a Emma Effer with her mean self.
I love Jazz.
Jazz is something else. And I ain't gonna, I'm gonna give her flowers though, because Jazz would say, oh, you a good one. Couldn't be me. Like, oh, that's a lie. But you the person for the job. Like, she gave me what I needed.
You are.
She gave me what I needed. I'm not gonna take that from her. She was like, oh, it couldn't be me. Like, them kids are bad. Like, she be intrigued. Like, them kids are bad. You can't. Oh, when I needed somebody to pray for me, I could tell Ashley and Khadijah and Sierra, I know when I say pray for me, they're going to stop what they're doing and they praying. Literally. Because I could really feel it. When I was ready to give up, they was there.
That's your tribe.
That's my tribe. Quisha, Shinshin, I could call and vent. Quisha had to come get them. Like, if I need to, hey, come step in for me. Quisha came. It wasn't no problem. You better get her. And Quisha would try to talk to him and she would call me, oh, baby.
This was good.
Yeah, but she would call me like, oh, baby, queen, is that what you up there dealing with? Oh, I'ma try. She would try to do that little hair. She did that little hair. She did my daughter makeup for the prom. She was like, I ain't no professional, but I, made her feel real good, made her feel real special. She talked to him and stuff, so I really did have a tribe.
That's awesome.
I had a tribe to take on other people's children. Because if I didn't,
because when you take in these children, you treat them like they're yours.
They mine. These are
when they walk through your door.
They my kids. They go to family functions. These are my kids. Mm-hmm. They not.
No matter if they're white or black or.
These are my children.
Got you.
Now they have an experience with a little other child. He tried to drown me.
Oh Lord.
It was the most funniest time of my life. But he was real cool. He was a real sweet kid. But yes, you treat them like they're your own. They your children. They're my kids. And they don't fit on it. They go to family vacations. We having pool parties with the family. They introduced as my kids. And don't know about and the whole family. My parents, everybody accept them as if they're part of the family.
That is awesome because these teenagers need that. Y'all have to understand. This woman has built from the ground up a home that the teenage girls will be in charge of. It'll be, house mothers here, but it'll be 4 teenage girls from foster care. They get to have a home, a beautiful home, a brand new home. I mean, fresh paint, new beds, and she even got the towels on the bed like the hotel. Do you hear me? With Bibles and stuff, quotes on the wall. Like, this is beautiful. And a lot of girls do not get that. They get bounced around until they age out, and
they be on the streets and don't have nobody to call.
No life skills.
No life, baby.
She's teaching them how to cook. They got a nice kitchen in there. Y'all know I'm gonna have to come over here and chef it up with the girls. But
I would love it if anybody like in the community that's doing something positive, productive, wanna be able to come and talk, come and teach. I'm all for it because I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. Mm-hmm. I'm still learning. We are learning. This is a process that we're trying to do for the community. I'm gonna go before my Lord and Jesus Savior. He gonna say, "Well, job, my good and faithful servant." That's what my Lord gonna say to me. I'm not perfect. I'm human. But please, y'all, don't let my humanity let y'all my past human, because the part of me that some of y'all knew was pure human. The divinity was not discovered, but the divinity is here. It's found. Baby, blessed, sealed, anointed, highly favored. So no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
And you know what?
But
you saying that because some people don't want to look past where you were. Like, you as a kid, that's only right that you make mistakes. And that's one of the things that you said you will teach your girls here. You can make mistakes in life. That's what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed to make mistakes.
You know what I'm saying? But don't keep judging somebody. I feel like even now, us being in our 30s, I heard people, oh, she faking it. She this, she that. That could be her now. You don't know what path she's on, what healing she's been through. She's found.
But I'm going to tell you this right now on Eva. Any friend that I've had that is not my friend no more, it ain't no bad blood on my end, but the friend you had was a broken person. I didn't know how to be a friend. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to be a friend, so you expected me to be something I didn't know how to be at the time. But I promise you, I was the best friend I knew how to be in that time. I was the friend that I knew how to be at that time. I made mistakes. I'm a human. Like, I was young. I didn't know.
That's deep, though. That's deep to admit.
I realized I didn't know no better. Like, people expect friendships, but it's like, how do you know how to be a friend? Because one thing about it is, I stopped lying to myself. And when I stopped lying to myself, I realized I was lying to y'all. I can't be real with y'all if I'm not real with me. Like, I love me. I know who I am every day. Like, I don't wake up and put on a facade and try to be somebody that I'm not. I am me. Thanks. All day, every day. Like, some days you see me, some days you don't. But I'm me. All day, every day. What you see is what you get. Like, they will let you know. Like, she's her. Like, and ain't no changer, ain't no faking in me, because ain't no future in your front. And I really wish people would get that, let that hurt go, let that pain go, let go of what society tell you have to be, and be yourself. That's the problem with the world. Everybody's trying to be like everybody else instead of trying to be like themselves, because what's for you is for you. You can't grow trying to live in her dream. You can't grow. You trying to figure out what you trying to do every other month. You got a new gimmick, a new come up, a new way, and you're failing because you're trying to be somebody else. Shut up. You trying to walk in somebody else's shoes. Like, let's get it. Like, let's be real.
I mean, say that though.
Like, I'm just being honest. Knoxville is full of talent. I would never leave my hometown to go somewhere else and flourish. I look at the people who have left Knoxville and went somewhere else and been flourishing. It's been like, damn, they had to get away from the village that they was around to flourish. That means they was around a bunch of people that was weighing them down. They had to empty the ship, and they couldn't empty it right here. I emptied my ship right here in Knoxville and said, baby, listen, this ain't working. But I'm going to spend a block. It's a couple of my friends that I distanced from, and it's not because we beefing or nothing. I got things to do. We on two different levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm elevating. And some things that I used to do, I can't do no more because of what I'm trying to do. And I can't do what I'm trying to do if I was doing what I was used to do. Child, we all know. Child, I've been trying to get to a surgery for so long. You remember that time we had to come to, but child, the way my pocket's set up, baby, I'm so cheap. I can afford one, but I'm the cheapest thing you're going to see walking.
But you make your money work for you.
You better know it.
Because you have two homes, two beautiful homes, cars, and you taking care of the kids, and you still work.
Yeah.
And we was talking about having a savings. Like, you found a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? You 32 with the cheat code, though, because I'm like, what? She said, okay, I had a job for so many years making this amount of money, right? So then she get a better job making more money. Well, she didn't go living as if she was making all that money. She stayed where she was at.
You better know.
And a lot of us don't do that.
Financially. I stay where I was at financially. Mentally, spiritually, I bet the room.
You elevate.
Flying. But financially, I still live as though I make $15. I still live as though I'm still a CNA. I'm a whole dental assistant. I got, you know what I'm saying? I still work jobs, but I still live. My whole life, My whole budget is based off of me being at Ashley State Veterans Home. I'm still living like I make $15 a month. That's how I live. And I ain't worked there in 4 years.
So when you teach that to the girls, money management?
Yes. You always put some back. You give your first fruits to the Lord, you give your 10% to the Lord, but after you give him his 10%, you gotta give yourself your 10% because you work for it. And then put the rest up. Put the rest up.
That seems like such a crazy concept. Like, it seems, okay, yeah, we know we need to be doing that, but in real life, we do not apply those practices. Because if I go from making $15 to making, let's say, $25, I'm going to try to elevate my life here.
But why?
Buy more stuff.
But why do you need all those things? You're living without those things now. You're living without them now. So what do you need them for just because you got some more money?
Because that's what you want.
But you can get what you want now. Because if you wanted it now, you would get it now, right? Because one thing we do is we get what we want right now, and we push off what we need no matter what our pockets say. Think about it. Think about it. If you be honest with yourself, if you take your budget and you go through your receipts, you get a whole lot of stuff you want over things you need now, making whatever you make, right?
Right.
So what's the difference? Because you got a couple of more dollars? Because be honest, as a woman, that's another thing I want to teach these teenage girls. We are not each other's enemies.
Oh.
We are each other's, we are each other's supports. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, not she who finds a husband. So women don't know their value, they don't know their purpose, and it's because they're competing with each other so much. Baby, stick me in a room with 30 women who doing 10 times better than me, and I bet you I'm going to learn from her, I'm going to learn from her, I'm going to learn from her. I'm going to give about 6 or 7 of them some compliments, because if they look good, I'm going to let her know, girl, it's fine. I ain't got no problem giving that no compliment here and there.
I love you that compliment. That's my thing.
Listen, I'm gonna let a chick know, and I'm not gonna feel insecure or intimidated because a woman has something that I don't have. Because she's winning, that lets me know that I can win too. I don't see it as competition. I see it as, okay, she won. Hey, so we can do this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ask her a question. Hey, boo, can I ask you a question? How you do that? And you believe it or not, a lot of people say people stuck up, but a lot of them, all they waiting on is somebody to ask.
I'm telling you, I met so many women that be like, why don't people just ask me? It's like, what? You would tell me this?
Give out free information. Free information, free juice. It's an older woman that told me, she said, listen, you got to get out of the bucket that you in. And I said, what is that? She said, you over here, but she's like, the reason you're here is because you made your way out. But she's like, it's 2 buckets of crabs. This bucket of crabs, they're pulling every time they figure out how to get out, they pull each other down. But this bucket over here figured out that if you stand on my back and we build our way to the top, as you get up and you crawl out, you can pull this one out. And y'all pulling yourselves out of the bucket.
I ain't never heard that one.
They pulling each other down. They clawing and pulling. Every time one get up, they pull it down. But this bucket, they figured out if we stand on top of each other and pull each other out, we're out of the bucket. She said, all you gotta do is ask. I've been blessed to meet some amazing, phenomenal women. White, black, all type of women that just is like, yes, go girl. You're like all for it. Like, they just want to help other women empower themselves, not to be feminists and do all of those things, but just to be empowered, to feel comfortable in their skin.
And it's power in numbers.
Like, right.
Yeah. I was talking to a lady, Reagan Adams. I don't know if you know Reagan. But she was talking about the light she's seen in me. And how she just knew that my show and what I'm doing for the community will go far. I didn't think that. I just wanted to, have conversation.
Just be chilling with somebody.
Man, what? And I had another lady, Christy Dunn, was like, why don't you charge for interviews? I'm like, why would I charge people for interviews? She was like, it's your time.
Just told you
We talked about that too. She was like, it's your time. This is your brand, and you can help build other people up Why making a little money for yourself?
I'm gonna tell you, I no lie. I told you I was doing a little life coach thing too, trying to give people advice. Child, listen, it's so funny. But you gotta help people be honest with themselves first. But I gave this woman some advice. She asked, and I was like, okay. So I did it for free. We was just talking. I was her sounding board. We did vision boards, and I held her accountable. And my accountability was so strong that I held on her that she accomplished some things and she flew. Like, she done surpassed, moved out of Tennessee and is doing big things. And it's like, she said, okay, so I just cashed out you some money. So she cashed out me $75. I was like, what's this? She was like, did you look at what I just cashed out you? So yeah, you cashed out me $75. She was like, no, that's $750. What? I said, I looked. No lie, I looked. I said, I thought it was just $75. I didn't pay attention to $75. She's like, no, I cashed out you $750. And she's like, so if you ever help somebody again, you better not charge less than this. I said, huh? I did that. I'm just playing with you. Like, this ain't for real. Like, I don't have time to really listen to people. I don't have that kind of time for real. I was just playing with you. Like, she's like, no, but you helped me. I said, huh? She's like, no, you thought you were helping me. She's like, but you did, but you helped yourself too. And we both grew in that. So now that I'm on my feet, it's only right that I help you. And I was like, huh? She's like, do you know you helped me? And I was like, I did. I did. She was like, yeah.
Because that's naturally you.
I didn't think that I was helping her though. I thought I was just telling her what she got. I wasn't even telling her what she wanted to hear. I was just telling her the truth. Like, if you don't look in that mirror and find out who you are and be true to you, my thing, ain't no future in your front. And go back to where you were broken. Mm-hmm. Figure it out, because you keep expecting people to fix what only you can fix. Like, can nobody fix that? And once you gotta change your mind. You gotta stop telling you that you're not good enough because of what they said. Who are they to tell you what you're good enough for? That's all I really said, for real. Like, girl, if you don't look yourself in that mirror and get your healing.
But that she needed that at that
I guess. I didn't know it was worth $750, because hell, if I knew that, I'd have wrote a book.
And you still should.
I would have wrote a book. You think I ain't what I am?
There's something wrong with you. I love you though. Like, I have always loved you. I've always admired you. I always have.
Girl, use them words like that.
I have always admired you. You, Najima, Quisha, all y'all. Even though y'all didn't go to AE, y'all went to Central.
I went to West, baby. I'm a rebel.
Well, it went
I'm a
AE.
rebel. The channel never.
But I loved y'all. Y'all was just older girls that was funny. Y'all was all pretty, but y'all wasn't stuck up, and I just really
in my body.
I just really loved y'all. You know what I mean?
That is all right. That is beautiful. Thank you. I admire you too. It's my favorite block I'm talking. Yes. Before I forget. Since we are doing admiring. Me, Eve, Sierra, we getting together. We're gonna do an all black sisters affair. We trying to figure it out, ladies. Like, if you are wanting to be an entrepreneur, if you got some ideas and you just want some positive energy, some positive vibes, we working together. We trying to figure it out. Sierra told me, she reminded me, I'm sorry, Sierra, baby, I ain't forgot. 2 seconds. But we trying to sit down with some women. We gonna dress up, get cute in all black. And when I say dress up and get cute, baby, listen. I don't wear heels, so don't feel obligated, because I might pop up in some flip-flops and a nice little black dress. I ain't got no lot to tell you, because ain't no future in my front, and I don't believe in my feet hurting. For what? For who?
I feel you.
It ain't no competition. It ain't no dress show, y'all. It's true. It's going to be true, genuine love. It's going to be laughter. It's going to be food.
Definitely laughter.
It's going to be encouragement. I promise you. If you come in broken, we going to pray. Trust me, we going to pray. We going to pray. We going to have a good time. we're going to have to put our phones down because some of the things you do with me, you got some non-disclosure.
Yes.
Just because of the woman that I am and the brands that we making. So some things ain't for everything.
I'm learning that.
Some things ain't for social media.
Yes.
Some things, when we have a good time, I want to know that you're truly having a good time. That means your phone got to be put away. Because if you're trying to record, you're trying to convince them that you're having a good time. You ain't convincing me. Because if I'm a whole party by my damn self.
You know what I'm talking about? DJ, my husband.
Amen.
He was like, how can you live in the moment if you always on your phone?
Okay.
I'm like, but I want the pictures, for memories. He was like, but we're here now creating the memories.
Right.
He was like, you the one making the kids agitated because they ain't posing right. They ain't doing this right. He was like, man, put the phone down. Mm-hmm. So when we went to the beach this summer, I only took a couple pictures just of them on the beach, and that was it. Mm-hmm. We did so many things.
Yeah, we're gonna post one thing. We'll post the positivity. You're gonna see the creativity where the women are brainstorming, combining. We're gonna show all of that, like where you're gonna see different women just coming out with creativity. Yes, that is supposed to be shared because you don't see enough women encouraging each other. All you see is fighting, arguing, competing, taking shots at her for this and shots for her. Child, listen, we all came in this world the same way and we all gonna go out the same way. I'm sorry, it's just what it is. So what am I compete with another person for? I ain't got time for it. It ain't in me. Yes. So it's gonna be full of good vibes, I promise you. Any woman that comes out, listen, you gonna have fun. We gonna make sure. So it's still in the planning stages. So child, because we are they are perfectionists, and cause see, I can throw a party together, me, cause I feed y'all some rotel and tell y'all
not the rotel, Lord.
I'll tell you what I feed them and tell them to come have fun. So, but we're going to make sure it's right because we do. We want to be able to have y'all with the vision boards. We want to be able to give y'all the real life vibe experience and let y'all know that Knoxville, Tennessee does have women who believe in you, believe in your dreams, who want to support you, who want to help you. Because what you don't know is you put 10 of us in the room, I bet you sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And if you put 10 of us in the room, we probably got the connection to somebody that you need, or we got the confirmation or the affirmation that you need, because validation ain't used for nothing but parking in my book. You don't need my validation to live your dream, dog. You don't need it. Go get it. You don't need validation from nobody walking this God's green earth. If the Lord put it in your heart, I don't care if 30 females in Knoxville doing hair, makeup, and nails. If God told you to get up and go do it, go do it.
Go do it.
Period. You don't have to wait on the clientele. It's going to come. I promise you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's coming. It's all a blessing.
Yes, ma'am.
So, that's where we at.
So, we want to wrap it up. This has been awesome, girl.
Oh, yeah. And Sierra going to be on the radio on 97.7.
99.7.
Yeah, she got a commercial. Yes, to my girl.
For her drinks.
For the bubbles. Y'all, this green apple bubble, because we sure going to be bubbling.
Listen, I just sat down at dinner with Sierra and Christy Dunn, and yeah, it's big things coming with Bubbles. It's big things coming with all of us. So we will keep y'all in the loop. We definitely going to do a part 2. But yeah, I love y'all. Thank you so much.
This was
awesome.
So was awesome. Real love.
Yes.
Genuine. Thanks for coming and sitting in our home.